Okay, hello, welcome to the stream. My name's Milo. I use they, them pronouns. And so last week we did some fun pirate action with Pirates of Dark Water. We covered the Mega Drive platformer game, and then the week after we did the SNES beat 'em up game. But I was not done with the pirate fun. So here we are with Cutthroat Island. I'm starting with the SNES version, but if I have time, I might play all the versions. Because apparently it's not too long. So before we get into the game, we'll have a look at the manual. I think that's a good place to start here. You can see the film poster basically, which is in my game board as well. It's a great poster, honestly. Let's see. How do I? Yep. Okay. So, first of all, real treasure. There was some kind of sweepstakes. You can win real life prizes unless you live in Quebec or anywhere else in the world outside North America. Collect 5 treasure chest icons. Right, so there's secret treasures hidden. Answer all 3 questions shown on your screen correctly and send in your entry. So you find the hidden collectibles, and then you mail in the fact that you did it. And you can win real treasure in real life. Gold coins, people. And movie theater tickets. Fun. So you get swords. This game has sort of an adaptive weapon system. You can pick up different weapons to use in your offhand. And you get different swords that can get knocked away. Interesting. This seems pretty in-depth. And so there's a bunch of items you can pick up, as well as normal yummy objects. Yeah. I did see a video covering where these were, but I didn't watch it. Okay. Controls. Jump, block, throw, sword butt. Right hand, left hand. Oh, this seems pretty complicated, actually. But it doesn't use the shoulder buttons. When I was looking at the credits, the SNES version has its credits. The Mega Drive version says port by these people. So that made me think the SNES version was the main one. But then again, they're not using the shoulder buttons, so whatever. You get, by completing levels, you unlock extra moves you can do. There's an explanation of what the levels are like. If you've seen the film, which I did on the weekend, maybe you'll recognize some of this. Oh, look at these sprites. They look fantastic. All right. Oh, and watch out for spawn, of course. All right. Let's get into the game now. Hi, Gibbon. He looks like Cary Elwes, she says. Yes. So that's Matthew Modine playing the male lead. I believe Cary Elwes, or at least budget Cary Elwes, is what he was going for. He doesn't quite get there, in my opinion. Doesn't have quite the charm or suavemente. But this is Morgan Adams, as played by Gina Davis in the film. And it is 1688, an age when pirates with a thirst for adventure sailed under a black banner bearing a skull and crossbones, the Jolly Roger. I don't know how historically accurate this is. Let's not worry too much about that. The most dangerous pirate of all, Dog Brown, terrorized the Caribbean in a quest to find the 3 map pieces of the legendary Cutthroat Island. Okay, what it doesn't say is that they were a keepsake from his father. Anyway, Morgan Adams, the notorious lady pirate, was given a piece of this map by her dying father. Dog will stop at nothing. Dog's his brother. Treasure on Cutthroat Island. Pirate hunter Governor Ainsley of Jamaica has sworn to stop them all. Yeah, pretty much, I guess. As captain of her father's ship, the Morning Star, Morgan is out to find the treasure for herself, but before she can set sail for Lost Island, she must find the 3 map pieces. Her journey begins in a prison in Jamaica, run by a vile man simply known as the Warden. Okay. I guess that makes sense. So Dog killed her father, and then she like took his dying body. Well, he was still alive, I guess, at the time, and he was like, "Oh, shave my head." And then she found that the treasure map was tattooed inside onto his scalp. So she cut off his scalp. Oh, this is our only option: swordplay or brawling. So what I read from somebody's YouTube video description, you pick between these two, and it changes how you fight in the game. Brawling is more like punching and hitting with the butt of the sword, and it's supposed to be better for quickly chaining combos, but they said in practice swordplay is just much more effective, so I guess we're going with that. Maybe if I'm given an opportunity I'll try out the other one during the game, but for now we'll start. Oh, and it's got 2-player simultaneous co-op, I believe, because you can pick between... Do they really look like that? Okay. Anyway, Morgan Adams as played by Gina Davis and Shaw. William Shaw as played by Matthew Modine. So we're going to pick the girl, obviously. She's also, you know, the protagonist of the film. Morgan helps Shaw escape under the condition he helped find the treasure. So she's got the scalp, but she can't read the instructions on it because she says, oh, they're in Latin. So they need to find someone who can speak Latin, and they find this guy who claims to be a doctor in prison about to be sold into slavery. So she buys him, and then they escape. And I think that's where we're at. It later transpires that it's not actually Latin, but just like written backwards, so that all they had to do was get a mirror. But maybe it was also Latin? I don't know, it's unclear. Okay, so we got a few moves we can do. We've got the punch. Punch, punch, punch. Can punch and swing sword. We can do a little slide. I did that before, I'm not sure how. Okay, maybe it's contextual, like there has to be someone close by. So we've also got the jump, where we do an awesome backflip, the attack during the jump, a kick. Oh my gosh, there is so much going on in this combat system. Oh, and the block, of course. No parry, no dodge roll either, so we're not Dark Soulsing, unfortunately. But this actually feels really good to play, and it looks great too. Look at this style, the kind of no borders, almost like... Wait, what? I thought that was a halberd, but it's apparently a gun. Yeah, it is. It's got like an axe bayonet. Yeah, it's sort of almost that rotoscope style, but it looks like it's custom drawn, but made to look like that style. I'm not sure. You know, Prince of Persia, for example, was rotoscoped and sort of looked a bit like this. Ooh, the down stance to jab up. Oops. I am vulnerable to bullets. Not that vulnerable, though. She gets shot in the movie and kind of recovers from it, no problem. It's kind of hilarious. Okay, so we get the key, we get the one-up. Don't you dare run. That's ridiculous. Give me the one-up. Give me whatever that was, and give me the key. Okay. Can't believe it made me leave the screen before I was able to pick up the one-up. Crazy. God, stop her before she gets to the quarry. You've earned a special move. I've already earned a special move. X and A. Okay, I'll try that out. So A is my block button. Points! Oh, I guess what I picked up was one of the map pieces, because now I have two. Okay, whatever. Love the aesthetics. Yeah, absolutely. It looks great, doesn't it? Very impressed. So this game was created by Software Creations, who we'll know quite well at this point, because in the last year I've done several games by them, actually. They did the Beauty and the Beast game Bell's Quest. They did the Stuart Little... Oh, I was supposed to do something there. So I'm riding a minecart, I guess. There's kind of a stagecoach chase in the film. I guess this is replacing that. Whatever. They did Stuart Little 2 on the GBA. They did Tom and Jerry, and they did a port of Peter Packrat, so I played all those in a row. What? Did I die? Because I ran into that guy? Snellgrave, my good fellow, the treasure is at last ours. So here's Dog. I can't remember the rest of his name. His nickname is Dog, played by Frank Langella. I don't remember who plays Snellgrave. It's some guy, I guess. It's his, like, first mate who has a chain attached to his arm. Okay. Do I have to start the game again? Wow, amazing. Okay, well, we're enabling save states. Hold on. Okay. Let's try again, I guess. That's pretty harsh, honestly. Okay. So we have to try not to die. So now I've gotten a dagger. I missed that before. So now instead of punching with my offhand, I stab, which has a bit more range. Looks good. So we'll use that. This is what the manual was talking about with all the different things you could pick up in your offhand. But you can be disarmed, apparently. Oh, I did a throw, or I tried to. I almost did a throw. There's a lot of action in the film. I mentioned this last time, but it's famously one of the biggest flop movies of all time. From a budget of about $100 million of, 1995 money, it made $15 million. So, taking marketing into account, I'm sure it lost more than $100 million. Alright, so we're just gonna not die, if that's okay. Thank you. Okay. We can go under the bullets, which is nice. And there's a lot of contributing factors to the movie losing that much money. The production company was deep in debt at the time, and they were hoping it would get them out of debt, but they also seemingly just poured tons and tons of money into it. The director, Rennie Harlan, was I don't know, I guess he made some mistakes. But like, you can see the budget in the film. The sets are enormous. There's hundreds of extras. That, like, everything's constantly exploding all the time. Like, the stunts are just huge all the time. Like, it's very... So that's a death. Yeah, I literally lost a life from that. That's ridiculous. Okay. This stage looks pretty cool, though. Apart from seeing the water at the bottom. Or I guess we're on the shoreline or something. Yeah, let's go with that. So this is kind of belt scrolling. I'm moving the minecart up and down on the screen. Apparently we can run into some guys, but not that guy. That guy kills you. Rocks and trees probably kill you too. But yeah, everything's got that same art style. It's very consistent so far. Okay. That didn't happen, obviously. And that guy kills you. Okay. So I gotta focus here. Yeah, the rock kills you, obviously. This never happens in the film. I don't even know who this other guy in the minecart is. Is that Shaw? Because he had a different outfit on the character select screen. But I guess we would have rescued him from prison by now. Morgan has three of her most trusted pirate buddies who kind of follow her around most of the time. And their names are Blair, Glasspool, and Bowen, I guess. A dirty town filled with rude people is Spitalfield. Morgan's uncle Mordecai owns a tavern here. Maybe he knows about the treasure. Unfortunately, Governor Ainsley frequents this town. How in the world were you supposed to navigate that without rewind? Yeah, search me. Great question. Great question. We'll have to ask Software Creations. Alright, we've picked up a cannonball. Oh, I throw it. Okay. Oh, it blows up. Okay. It's a bomb. Why is my portrait, like, flashing? Does this have a clock tower panic system or something? It's, like, going wild up there. And now it's blue. Oh boy. The bear hug of death. The big squeeze. Okay, I was checking if there was a combat changing thing in the pause screen, but no, you literally have to change what your fighting style is from the title screen, which seems ridiculous. You would never be able to do it unless you're trying a subsequent run of the entire game. But maybe if it's pretty short, that makes more sense, I don't know. After all, I was expected to play Super BC Kid in one sitting, and I did. I beat the game, so that's what life was like back then. What am I missing? Have I won? Thank you, stationary villagers. Cheering me on, I'm sure. Oh, I'm supposed to walk up into this door. There's like screen transitions. I see, I see. I wonder if there were other doors I could have walked into. These guys are so acrobatic, I love it. But then so am I. What? Oh, I accidentally walked into a different door. Well, let's go into this one. I think they both lead back to here. I wonder if the enemy states persist. Otherwise we can just wander around until we actually find what we're looking for. Is this the tavern? There's like a tavern scene at this point. Yeah, so the idea is there's three great pirates who are all the three sons of this older legendary pirate who, you know, found a Spanish galleon's treasure and they put it on an island, but he was the only survivor from this. And because he was the only one who knew the location of the treasure, he divided the knowledge into three and gave that to his three sons who have different types of maps. See that blue triangle up there? Or like an L? No, it's a Waluigi L, isn't it? I don't know how to get up though, so we might not be able to reach it. And there's nothing else here, so... Oh, we do have a double tap dash. Very good. Pirates of Darkwater style. And yeah, I guess I'll leave because there was nothing there. Great. This is not a door I can go in, apparently. Nor is this, but this... Oh, that was a secret treasure. It's one of the 5. I'm this close to getting that sweepstakes, people. I could win a trip to Florida or whatever. So yeah, one of the pirates is Morgan's dad. One of them is the bad guy, Frank Langella, Dogman. And the third is this Mordecai guy who I'm going to visit now. I guess he lives here. Oops. Oh yeah, Blizzard, okay. And to get close to him, even though it's her uncle, Morgan decides to disguise herself as a sex worker and then sort of flirt her way into his company. And what's weird is that he doesn't seem to recognize her at first, but I don't know, maybe he's estranged and they haven't seen each other for years. Anyway, she convinces him to fight back against Dog, but then Dog raids the tavern and shenanigans ensue and there's a giant fight scene. There are a lot of big, huge fight scenes in this movie, of course. And it ends with everything exploding, because of course it does. That's just how this movie plays out. When they're done with a set, they blow the hell out of it. Oh, I got a gun. Let's try it out. Whoops, wrong button. Kaboom! No sound, but... yeah, literally no sound. Wonder how many bullets I have. Well, it's done. Got me through that screen, okay. A golden baton? It looked like a bottle, but now I'm... Is it gonna smash like a bottle? Oh. Who are you? I do like the colourful cast of pirate characters, much like in Pirates of Darkwater. Well, there goes my bottle. I want to use the bottle. It's not that good. The rapier is just better, or cutlass, or whatever I'm using. I feel like from the look of the swords described in the manual if this is the rapier, but who knows. Actually, does Morgan use a rapier? Yeah, no, she does. Yeah, in the film, there's a lot of sword fighting. Actually, the sound design of the sword fights is pretty fun. The clangs of the swords hitting each other was quite good. Oh no, it's Dog. Welcome to the party, Morgan. Perhaps you brought me a present. Like a map piece. Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, he's left. Oh, it's Snellgrave. Oh my gosh. Chain Man. With a very fancy hat. Oh, okay. So it looks like when you start hitting somebody, their health bar appears and just goes down. That's cool. Very beat 'em up style, but we don't get their names, unfortunately. One more. Oops. Oh, golly. Have I lost 2 lives in this fight? No, 1 in this fight, 1 before that. And there he goes. Do I get to... Oh, somebody else has come along. I don't know who this is. Oh no. Yeah, the suplex. I love it. Another thing about the film and all the big action fight scenes is that the actors were sometimes doing their own stunts. There are a lot of stunt performers credited. Okay, spinning slice, B and Y, okay. And I have 3 map pieces apparently, so I guess that guy was carrying Dog's map piece. Oh, now we have the carriage chase. Well, I don't know what the minecart chase was. Let's try our new move. Get off. Oh, never mind. I'll try it anyway. B and Y. I'm literally pressing B and Y. Whoop. Oh, then that's also a death, so... Can I crouch under it? No, I can't crouch because this is a small belt scrolling area on the carriage. Okay, a simple jump is all we need. I'm trying the other move I learned, but that doesn't seem to be working either. X and A, right? Why can't I do it? Whatever. Okay, well that's not gonna work. During the carriage sequence, there's a very memorable stunt where... Okay, the logic of it makes no sense, but Morgan jumps off the roof of the carriage into like a first-story building and runs through several rooms and then jumps back into the carriage at the other end, even though it was running full speed with horses the whole time. But whatever. The moment that she exits the building through a window and lands back on the carriage on the front of it is an incredible stunt that is obviously done by Geena Davis herself, because you see her during the stunt and after it, and you see her face and stuff. That's a death? I guess it's a cannonball. Sorry, how am I supposed to avoid this? Okay, positioning. Are you sure the buttons are mapped like you think they are? They must be. All the other ones are labeled as they were in the manual. Block, jump, attack, and offhand attack. So yeah, they're mapped. They are mapped. How they should be. Okay, we've done the carriage chase and we're at the harbour. Ready to embark on our grand voyage to Cutthroat Island. So they've reused the town setting with a palette swap. But that's a really nice background where you can see the ship back there. I love that. Can I pick up the anchor? No. Apparently the offhand item thing is maybe a little underused. I'd love to be able to disarm this guy and take his rifle axe. That would be great. Oh, come on. And I can't crouch either anymore because we're belt scrolling, so I can't duck under the shots. Very strange, kind of Battletoads like. Let's just not lose that life, shall we? Okay. Yeah, like in Battletoads, the belt-scrolling parts give way to side-scrolling parts. You have both in the one game. And people are always like, give me more belt-scrolling parts. Well, I kind of want the opposite right now. Oh, okay. I don't like you, my friend. Gonna use my special move. Oh. My special move is getting shot, by the way. I have... I have a kick. Yeah, like that. Kick. Nice. How about you get on screen? Okay, being able to literally kill me from off screen without any notice, because I can't see what he's doing, is real unfair. Okay. I guess that was a level. This game may indeed be as short as I thought it was. Because we're already up to the mutiny part. Finally back in safety. The Morning Star set sail for Cutthroat Island. Little does Morgan know that First Mate Scully has just started a mutiny. I thought this happened during a storm, but I don't know. Whatever. So these are who should be Morgan's loyal pirate crew rebelling against her at this point. None of our friends have shown up. Blair and Bowen and Glasspool. Glasspool's the main one, I guess. Bowen is funny because he's played by this guy who looks like a young Orlando Bloom, who played the man in Pirates of the Caribbean, which leads me to a fun anecdote. So we said last week that this movie, because it flopped so hard, sort of caused a dearth of pirate movies. So pirate movies have always been popular, but after this one, they sort of became, I guess, box office poison or something. But people didn't want to make them as much after this. And that lasted about 7 years. Although, having said that, Muppet Treasure Island came out the year after this. Oops. So Pirates of the Caribbean kind of revived the pirate genre in a way. But while this script was first being shopped around to different studios before Carolco picked it up, they actually tried selling it to Disney as a Pirates of the Caribbean adaptation, as in, you know, the ride has always been there at Disneyland for a long, long time. So yeah, this could have been a Disney Pirates of the Caribbean movie at some point, which is interesting to think about. Okay, and that was the mutiny. We put it down. Hooray! So the mutiny was actually successful, and they chuck Morgan and her loyalists on a longboat, which the storm then blows over, and they're immediately at Cutthroat Island. So, you know, I guess it worked out for them. Morgan washes up on the shore of Cutthroat Island after being thrown overboard by Scully and his crew. It doesn't look like a happy place. I don't know, it looks quite nice in the film. There's like a snake, I guess. But look at this place. It's lovely. Especially these graphics. Beautiful. Okay, oh, and the pirates are here, of course. So, at this point, the disloyal pirates are here. Dogs pirates have also come here. Whoa, okay. We got jaguars, leopards. That's new. What? Oh yeah, quicksand. There's also quicksand in the film because of course there is. It was a 90s film. Quicksand was a staple of the genre. In fact, this film really was trying hard to be Princess Bride, wasn't it? It's got quicksand, it's got a guy acting like he's Carrie Elwes. Okay. That looks like also quicksand. Can I like jump onto that vine? I can! It's Pitfall! Sick. So now we're going this cave. Another kind of exploration stage, like the town with all the doors. Okay, that's quicksand and I can't get out. Yeah, exactly. It has been said many times, as Given points out. I was led to believe growing up that quicksand would have a much bigger presence in my life. We were all lied to, Given. We didn't get jetpacks and we didn't fall in quicksand every 5 minutes. So I can't make it to that. Wait a minute, do I have a Richter backflip? Do I have a double jump? I do have a double jump, but not when I do a forward flip of my first jump. I can jump like this and then double jump, but you don't get much distance out of it. And you can do a Richter backflip. That is so sick. Oh, I wish that was actually required in this game, but so far I haven't really needed it. I guess until now, so yeah, maybe it is required. Can I jump up to this rope bridge? I don't know. I guess I'll go back through the cave, because there's other caves to go to. Because I can't make it through either of those. Okay. And you literally cannot escape the quicksand as soon as you walk into it, so... I'll just not do that, I guess. Grab the vine! Grab the gosh dang vine. Ugh. Come on. Okay, it's easier to do it by just doing a single jump. Treetops? Oh. Oh, and fall damage. Not just fall damage, but a death. Yeah, it didn't do damage, it just took a life from me straight away. That's horrible. Can I fall? I can. I just can't jump. Ridiculous. What a silly game this is. Let's go back in the cave. Oh, yeah, so there was more... Oh. There was another cave past the quicksand to the left, but I can't clear it. So I guess... Oh. Guess I'll just keep going this way, but no, quicksand. There's just always quicksand. I think Princess Bride gets away with having the quicksand because it's like... There's a lot of fantastical elements to it, because it's not a real thing that's happening, it's a story. Within a story, you know, so I think it sort of has an excuse there, but also there's, you know, fantastical things in what? I thought I could fall and not die. Like the rodents of unusual size, the screaming eels and all that. And the swamp itself has the fire spurting things. Oh, okay, so we can get on this bridge. So you can take the sinking sands, or whatever they're called, to be another sort of fantasy element of it. What was that? Fruit. Restores health. Lovely. Okay. I didn't read the manual well enough, I think. So there's nothing here except the pirate guy. Oh, there he goes in the quicksand. I guess... We'll go back and find another place to drop down. Not there. Double jump. Takes you less horizontal distance, so it's useless. Oh, and I survived that. Oh, it's because I landed in quicksand. Okay, Okay, now we made it. So I'll try dropping here onto quicksand. Okay, try dropping here. Death. Can I drop here? Also quicksand. Can I drop and then jump in midair? No, I can't. Can I drop here? Yes. And I didn't die. Hooray. Although I think I took some damage. I did. I hate that. Okay. This has a different background, implying time has passed, implying I'm making progress, right? And yet, I am merely surrounded by quicksand. The double jump looks so strange. Reminds me of the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean game, where women can double jump, and men can't. They're just special like that, women. Have you developed the ability to double jump? Given recently? Okay. Well, there's a leopard. Oh, that's a platform too? No. A little unclear about what's platform and what's not. Okay. Here, quicksand. Here, leopard. Have I been here? I have no idea. She hasn't yet, but maybe needs to go climb a mountain or something. Interesting. You mean like in Final Fantasy IV? Wait. I've just backtracked to the start of the level. I'm confused. I don't like this level. Oh, from that bridge maybe I can go further left over that other quicksand puddle. That makes sense. Okay. Nope. Oh, more climbing. Okay. Fruit. Delicious fruits. Saving my life. Okay. So that's, I think, the cave I came in. So if I jump across these branches... Oh, there's nothing here. Okay. So if I drop here, this is probably the cave I want to go in. Except I die because I haven't eaten enough fruit. Yes, I used the invincibility frames from dying to make the drop. So this should be progress, surely. Nope, that's quicksand. A vine. Hi, Captain. How's it going? We're like almost at the end of the game, I think? I'm not sure. The manual did say how many levels there were, but this is Cutthroat Island, based on the film of the same name. I'm playing as Gina Davis's character, Morgan Adams, notorious pirate. Actually, one thing I really like about the film is that nobody ever like questions her for being a woman. Like they just respect her authority and her notoriety as a pirate, and they never like denigrate her or question her on the basis of her gender. It's great. It's a pirate utopia, just like, I don't know, Sea of Thieves or something. Okay, well, if I can't survive literally any fall, then I don't know what they want me to do. Yeah, the long play of this is like 25 minutes, so I've gone past that, but also the long play would know where they're going in this section. Oh, and there's quicksand everywhere, of course. Do I have to take a death? Surely not. Oh, I can push start? I have a continue? And I can use the iframes to survive. See, before I didn't have a continue. Oh, but that doesn't progress me anywhere because this is where I started from. So yeah, let's not do that, I guess. We want to make a bit more onward progress. Okay, so we're here. I can do a double jump, but it's very not useful because it only happens after you do a straight upward jump, which you can't move in midair from. So I can do this, and it really doesn't help. Let me check the manual, see if I'm missing any subtlety about how the jump works. Jump. B button. Energy meter. Yeah, there's a lot about these weapons you can find. I found a bottle, but it didn't look quite like that. What does it say about this level? Jungle. Dawn finds the weary waterlogged survivors miraculously washed up on the beach of Cutthroat Island. Trademark. When dog ship the Reaper is spied anchored in a secluded inlet, it becomes clear that you'll have more than monkeys to deal with. From jungle treetop to quicksand-filled swamps, they set off to explore Cutthroat Island, trademark. As they make their way, they must climb up vines and be mindful as they cross rotting rope bridges. The jungle has many dangers. Beware of fierce jungle creatures as you search for Dog and his men. Note there are 2 leopards at once in that screenshot. Sounds awful. Well, that didn't help. I want to land on this rope bridge and not die. Would be ideal. So maybe we'll have to take the death, use the iframes, land on the rope bridge. And that's progress, I suppose. Okay. Well, there's nothing up there. Is fall damage the worst mechanic in video games? Oops. Okay. Well, I only had to use a continue, but I made it through this screen. Oh, that's the level done. I didn't need to face 2 jaguars at once at any time, at any point in that level. Fine. According to the map, the treasure is down a cliff, but I'm not alone. Yeah, they kind of figure this out by following the instructions of the map that lead off a cliff, and then they abseil down it on ropes. The rope doesn't... The map doesn't tell them that they need to descend a cliff, but they intuit it from the situation. They infer it. Oh, hello. Double jump? I can't, like, ledge grab, can I? No, don't think so. Do I have to leap of faith? I've only found one of the treasures, but here's some fruit. You! Maybe I can throw this guy. Oh! Not quite the trajectory I was expecting, but that's fine. I love knocking enemies off a cliff. Hang on. I want to check the manual for the flashing face next to my health bar. You know? Aggression indicator. Okay, here we go. Your character's aggression indicator changes to indicate successful hits. When the indicator is flashing, special moves may be performed. That's why I couldn't do them before. If you lose a life or 25% of your health within 3 seconds, the indicator will reset. Okay, so since I've done a combo of melee attacks, I have earned enough aggression. Nope, it's gone. Never mind. Okay. Maybe it only appears when there's enemies around. Climb this vine. Okay. Okay, it's flashing, so maybe I can do one now? I'll try it next time I see somebody. Well, it's gone again. Okay, now! Oh! I lost 25% of my health within 3 seconds. What? Okay, it's not flashing enough, I guess? But I can get this medicine to refill my health. Nice, nice, nice. Now I saw this platform from elsewhere, so I know that it's not gonna progress the level, but it did allow me to refill my health. I guess we go... No? Oh, yeah, that's death. But how do I avoid that? Can I jump to this? Ugh, weak knees, I tell you what. In the movie, they fall off a huge cliff, and they seem to be kind of okay afterwards. Okay, so we can climb down from a ledge like that. So that means we can climb here too. Excellent. Get the weaker one first. Oh, the double hit. Awesome. Okay, aggression indicator. What? I can't do the special move. Oh man. They don't tell you that the aggression indicator also just wears off over a few seconds. Oh, that's a vine I can grab. Okay. Blessed fruits. Whoa! Okay, well, that didn't happen. But that guy did fall off. Ugh! I can grab the vines in midair, that's a blessing. There's a lot more platforms on the cliffside than there were in the film. Very sheer. Ooh. You get a streak, Captain. That's nice. How come it doesn't tell Gibbon about her streaks? Okay. That's also death. I could bypass most of this level by using my death iframes to fall down like I did in the jungle, but I'd rather do this properly. Oopsie. Excuse me? No thank you. In fact, I'm just walking away. Bye! Close one. Yeah, but I don't remember ever seeing them, you know? I got a message in chat about Captain's watch streak. Whatever. This is it. Somewhere in here is the treasure. Also, by this point, Dog has allied with the British colonial navy. So they're like working together to get the treasure and to stop Morgan. And there's some, you know, drama from that. Some attempts at comedy, which... Oh, that's an instant death. Okay. Don't fall in the completely still, clear water. I got it. Wait, I lost my sword because I picked up a skull? I'd rather have the sword. Oh, that's a spike. Okay, cool. Yeah, the film doesn't quite have as much comedy as it should have. Okay, well, you can just fall off. Or when it tries, it's not successful, you know. Yeah, you've watched a lot more than that. An 11 stream streak? No. That can't be right. Ridiculous. Oh! And you always chat as well, so... I don't know. Okay, so that fall didn't hurt me at all. Where's the logic? Okay. Yeah, take that. Oh, the bats. The bats were also pretty annoying in Pirates of Darkwater. A pirate's worst enemy is a bat, apparently. Or maybe that's just a video game protagonist. Oh, it's following me. Very persistent bat, this one. Oh! And there's panthers in here! Goodness me. Sorry, Panther. It was you or me. In the movie, she also has a pet monkey, which does monkey shenanigans. Its name is King Charles, which is funny. Well, it's played by a girl monkey, I think. The monkey actor is quite good, actually. Maybe better than a lot of the humans. Okay, well, stupid bat. Oh, you have to click a button to do the streak thing? Okay. Twitch sends Gibbon emails that she missed a friend's stream and she should catch up on the VODs when she was in fact watching and chatting the whole time. Yeah. Twitch, eh? Okay, there's another bat there. Ugh. There sure are a lot of platforms here. Okay. There's a bit of peril in the film when they're in this cave that they'll fall off. So that works, I guess. Okay, double jump? It came in handy for once. It's probably because of ad blockers and tracking blockers. Yeah, that's probably it, actually. That'll do it. Small price to pay. Really? Oh, and I don't have any continues left. That ain't good. Oh, thank you. Oh. Okay. So this is the worst bat in the world. And I'm one hit from literally starting the game over. Okay. Not good. Should we put the aircon on soon?
Yeah, I was thinking.
The bat is luring me out. Wait, I survived a bat hit. This sucks. I'm trying to kick the bat and it's not working. Ugh. I don't like this. Do I take less damage based on where it hits me? Maybe. Let's just run away from the bat. The bat cannot be hurt. That's got to be it. I was trying to like dash off, but I guess I can't. How? What am I supposed to do? Do I jump from the lower platform? Okay, that was it. What? I can't make that! I should have put some save states up. Oh my god. Yeah. So where was my save state? Why did I make one here? Oh, what a fool. Okay. Was I supposed to take the fall damage? And like if I didn't have enough health to make it, then sucks to be me? Let's see if there's a health pickup anywhere. Okay, like, I get it, Bat. I get it. You don't want me being here. I understand. Oh, God. Oh, the roll. The roll's fun. Can I not kill the bats? I suppose that's possible. Why? Why? And so my journey with the SNES version comes to an end. Oh, wasn't that a fun time? Okay. So, now, since we obviously beat the SNES version with no problems, let's check out a different version of the game. So, there's 4 different ports of this game to different systems at the time. And they were all made by Software Creations in the UK. Oh my god. The cacophony. It's just to make that not too loud for you. Sorry about that. If I can't beat the SNES version, at least I can try and play one of the other versions, or finish one of the other versions. So here's the Mega Drive version. There's slightly different credits in the developers for each, but they're all made by software creations teams, I believe. I don't know who this warden is. Is that the guy with the gun axe that I killed? It's unclear. I don't think there was the warden in the film. Okay. Well, I guess this time we have to try brawling, right? To see what the differences are, because otherwise the game's pretty similar between the versions as far as I could tell. Apart from the soundtrack, obviously. Oh, that guy's costume is a different color. My health bar's also a different color. Okay. So because... Oh, wait. The controls are totally different. So let's brush up on that. Mega Drive. You can find real treasure. Yeah, I was wondering about this. It kind of implies that it's simultaneous, but I couldn't try it. Brawling features a punch with the sword butt as the default attack, giving you the feeling of hand-to-hand fisticuffs. We'll see if that's more effective. This is exactly the same, but this is what we need, the controls. Sword slash B, jump C, scissor kick, yep. Oh, block is a combination of 2 buttons now, not just one. I should have tried blocking the bat. That would have helped, I guess. Sure. Oh, but it has the 6-button support, where the X, Y, and Z are block. I don't know if I have 6-button set up. Okay. Let's... What does it say about the quarry? Morgan and Shaw desperately flee pursuing prison guards. Yeah, this doesn't happen in the film. This is the only thing so far. Both players have to work together in the minecart. Wow, that's better than Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, where if you're playing co-op, it just pretends that you're not. Okay, do I have 6-button? I don't think I do. So A and B to block. Wait a minute. Does that mean... I just want to check. Because there's like the 2 different weapon system. There's just so many arrows pointing to things. You know, it's hard to tell what it's trying to say. Yeah, we'll figure it out, I'm sure. Okay. Mega Drive, let's go. Grab that knife. Okay. So A is the secondary weapon button. And B is the normal attack button. Which, because I've chosen brawling, is like a punch. But I still did a stab there, I don't know why. Is it me, or do these enemies have more health in this version? You. Yeah, it put me into a single plane during this fight. That's interesting. Doesn't do that later. Or maybe it will on Mega Drive, who knows? Would you stay on screen for goodness sake? Ugh. No. This guy's the worst. I can't lose all my lives on the first boss. Oh my god. Yeah, they knew how short this game was, and they wanted it to be hard so you couldn't beat it in a rental period. The classic tale, I'm sure that's what's happening here. Would you just freaking... Okay, give me the one-up. Give me this, the map, give me the key. Oh my god. Right, the quarry. Maybe it's a deleted scene or something. Press down and B and C on the 3-button pad. Okay, I can do that. But you need to have a aggression meter to do it, of course. Don't forget. Oh, now Shaw has the green shirt. Wait, did I choose a character? I don't remember choosing a character. Did I mash through it or something? Maybe Shaw's only playable in co-op in this one. Like Morgan's the default and you play as Shaw if you've got the second controller connected. Yeah, that guy's too tough, he kills you. Ridiculous. The layout on this seems the same, so... yeah, it seems like the two versions are very, very similar. Although, if anything, the Mega Drive's harder. It doesn't look quite as good, I think. Okay. Obviously, it sounds different. Deadly Rock. Weave, duck and weave, okay. And that's the quarry. Yeah, a dirty town filled with rude people. Mordecai's one of them, I guess. Okay. Now we can just ignore fights. Wait, I can go in the door that's closed? Well, this is probably where I can find things that I didn't otherwise find throughout the game. But it's like a tailor shop, that's fun, with the dressmaker torsos and stuff in the background. I like that. Now I wish I had taken some damage so this potion would be of use. Oh well. Suddenly I'm not having any trouble at all with the fights. It's just that one boss that's a problem. Oh well, here we go. I gotta try some more doors, I guess. I need to find the hammer. The hammer is a pick-upable item in the manual, but I haven't seen one so far. Double swords! And they both have the same moveset, I guess? Okay. I'm trying to do my special move now. That wasn't it. My aggression thing is grey, is that good? That was it! The bi-directional stab! I finally pulled it off. The reach is really good on it. But it is not consistently... I can't consistently do it, unfortunately. Also, the brawling moveset, that YouTube description that I read was right. It's not as good as just sword. What? Why can't I do the throw? Okay, this way at least I have two different swords, but in brawling moveset, they seem to behave identically. Ugh. Oh, hang on. Maybe that's another issue with the special moves. The special move I got was the bidirectional stab, so you can probably only use it if you're wielding two swords at once, which isn't always true. Yeah, that's probably it. And then the other one was a... What was the other special move I learned? I don't remember. A spinning slash or something, which also sounds like a double sword move. Oh, the medicine's useful this time, thank God. Oh, I can't leave that way, I guess. Finish him. Ooh, can I grab that big musket off the wall? I guess not. A blunderbuss. So I've been in both these doors, and they didn't lead me anywhere. Is that a different door? Yes, okay. What a maze. Goodbye, pirates. Much needed one up. Okay, well, I ought to tell you some stories from the film's production because it was a total mess. So, Gina Davis, who was mostly known as like a star of more lighthearted comedy films or whatever at the time, they wanted to make her into an action heroine for this. And by they, it was probably the director Rennie Harlan, because they were married at the time. That's right, the director was married to the star. A recipe for success. Originally Michael Douglas was going to be the male lead, but he pulled out because he wanted to have equal screen time. He wanted to be guaranteed that he'd have equal screen time to Davis. And then I guess he wasn't getting that, so he left the project. When Douglas left, Davis wanted to leave along with him, even though, as said, she was married to the director at this time. But she still wanted to leave. But that didn't happen, so she kept going with Matthew Modine as the male lead. Many other people were considered for male lead. It's not really important to go through them. But that does remind me that the studio, because they were running out of money and this was sort of a last-ditch attempt at success for the survival of the production studio Coralco, they cancelled other projects that they had in development at the time, including an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. They had made Arnold Schwarzenegger films before because they were involved in production of Total Recall. They also were involved in the production of the Rambo films, Terminator 2. So, like, this company had, you know, been involved in very good, successful action films. But this one was just a real mess in production. Like, they made these gigantic sets, but I guess Rennie Harlan was too busy to be involved in that process. And then he was like, when he found out, like, yeah, like rewriting, rebuilding sets way too late. Part of the budget overrun, I think. Oh, God. And it seems like he was difficult to work with, or somebody was on the production, because like the cinematographer left partway through, a bunch of people quit at the same time as they did. Oh my God. The director also insisted on having 3 cameras running at all times, which I don't know much about film production, but the Wikipedia article says that was unusual and contributed to the outrageous costs of the film. There were lots of mishaps, like stunts going wrong. Geena Davis, the memorable stunt I mentioned where she falls out of a window onto the top of the carriage, that didn't go right in every take. In at least one time, she fell too early, landed in front of the horses, and got run over and injured by it, which doesn't sound very nice. Okay. At one point, some pipes broke and raw sewage leaked into the water tank where actors were supposed to film aquatic scenes. Another issue with the budget was Rennie Harlin and Geena Davis, who I will remind you were married at the time, ordered crates and crates of this particular brand of vegetable juice to be shipped to Malta, where they were filming, and maybe, I think it was Indonesia they were also filming. Alright, I forgot this was a double fight. And like, they charged it to the production, and just huge amounts of juice. Apparently late in the filming, somebody opened a door and discovered a room entirely filled with this juice, and they had to distribute it to everybody on the crew so they could drink it up. Just ridiculous stories coming out of the production. This fight is so dumb. Oh, I missed Captain's message. They were making some hot cross bun ice cream, but they have decided to pivot, and it's become a kind of chai flavored ice cream, which, yeah, I would agree is hot cross bun adjacent. It's got that cinnamon and spices kind of thing going on. I don't know how to pull off the throw in this version. Right, can I survive with this small amount of health? No. Can I survive this time? Maybe. Oh, have I looped a pattern? No, not quite. Okay. This guy's way more skilled than me. Unless... Oh, I had him looped for a minute. Let's see. So things went so bad with this film that despite it being the last-ditch attempt for Koroko to salvage its survival, it did not work. They actually filed for bankruptcy a month before the film was released. In addition, the distribution company was in the midst of getting bought out by somebody else. I don't remember who it was. So the film didn't really get any marketing or anything. So it didn't really have much of a chance. And according to some pundit, some people in the film industry may have taken the wrong lessons from this film. That being that one of the problems with it was that it has a female lead, and so female-led films were then discouraged for a while. Apparently, according to some guy. Don't know how true that is, but if true, very sad and unfortunate. Because obviously Geena Davis is not what's wrong with this film. At least not entirely what's wrong with the film. I watched it just a couple of days ago, and I would describe it as a perfectly cromulent pirate adventure film. Like, it's got script problems and editing problems, like scenes where there's just too many reaction shots, fight scenes that go on too long, that kind of thing. But like, it's not terrible. Okay, we're actually making some progress. I was all ready to give up on that one boss fight and move on to the next version. We've got 2 more ports to play. On the Game Gear and the Game Boy. Should be interesting. Oh god, this guy again. Given says she should really watch it. If you're into pirate stuff, I'd recommend it. As well as Blackbeard's Ghost, a canon Pirates of the Caribbean / Haunted Mansion world film. Oh, interesting. I didn't know there was a... Is that an older one? Okay, well, he's shooting me off screen again, which I don't think is very fair. Go away. I hate you. I hate that I have to fight you twice. For all I know, this guy's the final boss as well. Do I gotta continue yet? Apparently not. The what if scenario. What if dog got the treasure? Wow, that was quite a ride, wasn't it? Okay. So, here's another version of the game. This is on Game Gear. Oh, this soundtrack is much more pleasant. Just turn it up so you can hear it better. It's quite low in the mix. How's that? Okay, hopefully it's not drowning me out. Oh, it's not scrolling this, but the scene before this still looked quite good. Captain's wondering what happened to his brother's Game Gear. If you're lucky, it might be in the back of his cupboard somewhere, and you might be able to find it. So this is all the same text scrolls before. Maybe he sold it to Electronic Boutique at some point. Why do you call it that? Is that not the same as EB Games? Or is it a different one in America? Text! Come on, wacky dogs. Oh, that automatically puts the Game Gear version above the other ones to have a little, like, flavorful dialogue happening. Up to your old tricks, eh, Warden? Oh, so that is the Warden. Confirmed. Not sure what's happening with some of this text being kind of smeared. Might be an emulation issue. If it ain't Morgan Adams, suppose you come for the map? Question mark. Yeah, this really adds to the flow of the story. You'll have to kill me first. No problem. I'd be happy to. Oh wait, hang on. We've got some homework to do first. Hold on. The Game Gear manual. Ooh, Gibbon's explaining the Blackbeard's Ghost thing. I'll read that in a second. 3 lives. Doesn't mention continues. But we still have an aggression indicator. Oh, here it is. Continue is awarded at 30,000 points. Okay, cool. There's only one kind of sword in this version. Other weapons. No hammer. We never found the hammer. Oh well. It's gone forever. Scissor kick up and 1. block by pushing back. Jump is up. No, please don't tell me jump is up. Enter a cave or door up. And 1 or 2. Okay. Sword slash, low sweep, kick. Crouch. Okay. Yeah, with only 2 buttons, it might be a little tricky, but we'll figure it out. Looks like it's got all the same levels, which is fun. The warden. Oh no. Okay, cool. The entire logo spelled out Electronics Boutique. Oh, okay. It's called Electronics Boutique. How about that? But it is the same as EB Games. So this was a while ago. Okay. Before my time, I guess. Alright, give me the knife. I got it, I guess. I lost it. Okay. Yeah. So there's the kick. There's like a sweep. Yep, the low kick. Instead of the pokey stab, I have a sweeping upward cut. Hiya! This looks great for a Game Gear game. They've fairly well replicated the look of the console versions here. I'm impressed. Okay, so The Curse of Blackbeard's Ghost is a 1968 live-action Disney film in which the ghost of Blackbeard awakens in contemporary... Whoop. Oh, you can see the bullet! That's an improvement. So the ghost of Blackbeard awakens in contemporary East Coast America and haunts an inn built from his ship and staffed by the descendants of his crew. And he helps a college student win his football game or something. Wait, what? That kind of took a turn. So it doesn't say how many lives. Oh, it does. Okay. But it resets you at the start of the level? No, thank you. We're not having that. We're not having that. The low sweep. Go for the leg. Sweep the leg. There's a motorcycle scene in it, apparently. I'm looking forward to it. That sounds pretty fun, actually. That same Blackbeard's ghost was one of the pirate ghosts in the Haunted Mansion for a long time. Right. So that's the connection. So we gotta try and exploit this guy. With good spacing, this suddenly becomes easy. And timing too, obviously. He didn't drop a 1-up. But we got to move on without losing any lives. Thank God. But hey, the Game Gear might be the one to play. Look at this. It's going well. And it's got the extra dialogue. I'm enjoying it. Also 1 map piece. Charging lunge. A new move too. Okay. Tap tap 2. We can do that. But not yet, because we got to do the minecart sequence. And Shaw is nowhere to be seen, as he should be. Wait, what? Hold on a second. What? Okay. I need to jump over things and jump into guys? Is that it? Is that like a speed meter? It builds up when I go downhill and then it goes back when I go uphill. Yeah, so this isn't a belt scrolling thing where I move up and down the screen. It's just a side scroller where I jump. So hey, it's Donkey Kong Country. The minecart is still very animated though. What? Okay. The sprite has to be stable for you to jump. If it's rocking, then you can't control it, I guess. I love the little faceless sprite, but it's very Castlevania. I wonder if this old 1968 film is consistent with Pirates of the Caribbean lore, as of the movies where Blackbeard appears in the 4th movie, and has the mystical power to control ropes or something. That movie was kind of dumb, but then they all were, so I guess it's fine. Okay, my aggression meter is up. Let's try my special attack. The lunge! Yeah! That extra reach. Doing wonders. Sweep the leg. Yeah, this is good. Whoa! People are throwing bottles at me. It's already way more dynamic than the console version. Get interaction with background elements. Do I go up here? I guess not. Hey, it's this guy. No hammer this time. And I don't mind this soundtrack, honestly. It's pretty fun. Okay, give me this. Yeah, I threw it. No! Bombs. You walked right into it, you fool. Do I have a jumping attack? I don't think so. Oh, I do. Oh, he didn't have the power. It was his sword. Right. You're correct. Which is why Bubbles can do it at the end when he gets his hands on it. Yeah, you're right. The old Pirates of the Caribbean web browser MMO. Okay. Explained that it was forged from a broken off blade of Triton's trident or something like that. That is sick as hell. I love that. Yeah, I haven't played any of the games, only the Lego game, which did not really expand on the lore the way that this MMO apparently did. It sounds awesome. We don't get health bars for the enemies, so we just kind of gotta keep wailing on them until they fall over. That's fine. Also, I don't think I need to randomly wander through a maze of doors in this version, so that's nice. More linear stages is fine with me. I don't want to get lost in the jungle again. I know there were a lot of, each film had its own tie-in games. Did they have extra lore stuff as well? Okay. No! And that's the level. Wow, I'm enjoying this. This is great. Now, the manual said that the tavern would be a separate level. Yeah. Instead of just somewhere you go in that level. Take that, throwing knife. Yeah, it's a separate entry on the map screen. Does the dash take aggression? No. I don't think I've learnt any moves that use the aggression meter yet. No! The kick combo looks so cool. Yeah, the Game Gear version is the best one. Don't play any of the other ones. We haven't had any other extra dialogue yet. Hopefully that continues to be a thing. yeah, I guess my goal today is to get to the end of at least one of these ports. We may have failed with the other ones, but there's 2 more chances here. Because if the Game Gear also fails us, the Game Boy will hopefully pick up the slack. Oh yeah, and dying resets you in the level progress, so let's just not die, that would be nice. Oh. Pistol. Oh, only one shot, unfortunately. Can I pick up this bottle? I guess not. Oh, I'm so close to death. I don't relish fighting those double bosses with only 1 tick of health. The MMO is where most of the extra lore came in, but there was a series of young Jack Sparrow novellas, as well as a novel that tied into the 3rd movie about Jack when he was a bit older and first ran into... a bit older than the young version. And first ran into Beckett and gets into some more film-relevant backstory for Jack. Interesting. Was Beckett the British guy, played by the guy from Coupling? Look, this thing's flashing, which makes me think it's an interactive sprite. Right, I can get on the table, but I knocked over the bottle and smashed it, so no projectile bottle for me. There's an equivalent sort of figure to that in Cutthroat Island. He's called Trotter, and at the end of the film he joins the pirate crew for some reason because all the other English guys are dead, I guess. I feel like I can grab the chandelier and swing across to the fruit, but I don't seem to be able to pull it off. Let me just check the manual real quick. Yeah, the East India Trading Company guy. Oh, so like the main East India guy, that's different from the one I'm thinking of. Pirate action. I don't know. I can't see anything here that's relevant. Come on, I need the fruit. I need it so bad. Oh my god. She's so extra, like doing a front flip to climb the stairs. Yes! I pulled it off and I got a full health from it. That is so sick. Okay. Now we're all set. And it's so much more cinematic that we climbed up to the mezzanine level to fight Snellgrave up here. That's fun. And he's not totally overpowered. Come on, button mash our way through, let's go. Yes! So good. Yeah, this is definitely the one. This is the version. Yeah. Okay, just fall off screen, that's fine. Wait, the guy from Coupling also becomes a pirate eventually in those films later, I'm pretty sure. Thunder Roll! This is the Game Gear, Captain. So, in another life, perhaps your brother might have had this on his Game Gear. Oh, it warns you about the flagpoles. Okay, so this isn't... Oh, I'm gonna need aggression meter to do that special move I just learned, I guess. Yeah, we're still in the Game Gear. I have a good feeling about the Game Gear version though. I think it's gonna go all the way. So what this stage is missing is many cannons firing at me for no reason, and these buildings just exploding left and right, because this is what happens in the film. Just constant explosions. At the end of it, they blow up the bad guy's pirate ship, Dog, his ship, and it's as if the entire ship is made out of gunpowder. Not wood, just like solid gunpowder. The way it just freaking blows up. It's really extra. Looking forward to seeing Sonic later. Yeah, maybe when we get to the jungle there'll be a little hedgehog that we find. You never know. He does turn up sometimes. Didn't we find him in that one game that was based on the Japanese comedian? That was like a parody thing. He was just randomly in there or something. You could see him made it. Okay. Guy just backed up and fell off. That's fine with me. I like how Shore is a non-entity in this version. Oh! One mistake and you're dead. I would have had to start the whole level over again. That ain't happening, not this time. Hey, we did it. Okay, so now Mordecai. No, that would have been in the tavern. Yeah, I guess we're kind of skipping over some plot. Yeah. I'm disappointed that we haven't had more dialogue sequences or cutscenes or anything. Maybe the manual would have supplemented this. In fact, let's check it right now. What does it say about the levels? Since this is the version. So the carriage chase we've just done. Yep. Etc, etc. Oh, this level isn't even in the level list. Okay, whatever. The tavern erupts in a furious Donnybrook. What the heck? And Snellgrave is a man of pure evil who loves a good fight. That's backstory for you. Look out for the trapdoor that offers escape back into the town. Explaining what happened at the end there. A Donnybrook. I don't know if I've ever seen that word used, and yet I've heard it before, so I must have. Okay, quit blocking, you coward. Let's try our special move. Yeah! Yes! The Thunder Roll! That was awesome! I've still got aggression, so let's try it again. Yes! Oh, it's so good. Thunder Roll! Yeah. Thunder Roll! Do I get iframes during the Thunder Roll? I think I do. Yeah, quit blocking and die like I want. Exactly. Who blocks? It's cheating. If you block in Smash Brothers, you're a cheater. You should let me land my fully charged Samus power shot on you. Not you again. This calls for a thunder roll. Oh wait, I've lost my aggression. Ow. Sweep leg. Okay, now thunder roll to finish him off. It worked. Blocking and smash has the same energy as pressing the brake button in Mario Kart. Well, I do never brake in Mario Kart. Because you don't really need to most of the time. The courses are designed for you to drift around. Some courses braking is helpful though. Okay. Ooh, it's a palette swap big sword guy. Oh, I'm alive? No! I was trying to thunder roll. Thunder roll! Oh, my aggression. Hold on. You need a little bit of aggression. Thunder roll! Yeah, baby. It's so good. No! Thunder roll. And fruit. Oh, you shouldn't have. Game Gear version. You are too kind. Yeah, this is it. This is the version. And like, it impressively matches the look despite being 8-bit. Okay, we're gonna get our knife here and immediately get rid of it. That's fine. Yeah, it's holding up really well, yeah. So it looks like any hit removes your aggression in this version. Who's this? A new enemy? Is this Dog? The double swords. He has a distinctive serrated cutlass in the film, which is pretty cool. This kind of looks like what Dog looked like on the Game Over screens, right? And they do have a sword fight at this point in the film, more or less. Or do they sword fight, or he's there and they kind of get away from him? Well, either way, we have the map. So it's time to set sail and immediately be mutinied. The 360 slice. Oh, that looks so good. Can't wait to use that. Like, we're actually getting to use the special moves and they're actually useful in this version. Nice change. So we'll have to build up our aggression again. And then I'm gonna spinning slice all these fools. Yeah! Okay, it didn't work. Try getting a bit closer. Go! Nope. Hello? Oh, I lost my aggression. You can use the dash without aggression, right? Oh no, it's a shoulder barge if you don't have aggression. That's interesting. So it still does something, but... Oh, really? Spin! Spin to win. Hitbox on this is a little strange. Maybe it's not that useful, okay. Well, they can't all be game-breaking sword techniques, can they now? Yeah. Okay. Now I haven't looked up like IMDb goofs for the film or anything. But there's one goof that I noticed when watching it. At one point, Dog's crew is on Cutthroat Island. They're all asleep. Shaw sneaks into the camp to steal the third piece of treasure map from from Dog, and then eventually ends up in quicksand, and that's how they reunite the three pieces of the map eventually. But yeah, he manages to cut the map off Dog's necklace without him waking up or anybody noticing. And then he's sneaking out, and a tarantula comes out of nowhere, or some kind of big spider, and just crawls up his body, and that wakes him up, and like he grabs it and then notices that the thing's not around his neck anymore. It's very silly. But he's so mad that he like crushes the spider in his hand. And red blood drips out and is all over his hand, and I was like, wait a minute, spiders don't have red blood. It's very silly. There's a lot of fake blood in the film, including in places where it definitely shouldn't be. Also, there are real animals. He doesn't obviously crush a real spider, but there are also some puppet animals contributed by the Jim Henson Creature Workshop, which is fun because the very next year, you know, Jim Henson released, the Jim Henson Company, Brian Henson directed Muppet Treasure Island. Just after that, of course. I think whenever I saw an animal, I was like, yeah, that's a real animal, that's a real animal. Except for in the tavern scene, there's a barrel full of eels, which they threaten somebody with. They like hold an eel in their face and like, oh, the eel's gonna bite you. And the eel was definitely an animatronic or puppet of some kind, so that's got to be a Jim Henson creation. Ooh, the ice cream machine is done. We'll get to try the chai ice cream tonight. Nice. 4-day weekend? Who's got a 4-day weekend? Do you do? Do we have a public holiday this weekend? 2 public holidays? Oh wait, Easter. That's not this. When is Easter? Soon. It's like, yeah, 2 weeks, right? Surely the chai ice cream is not going to last that long. Poor leopard. We're going to fight the leopard again. Okay, suddenly it doesn't feel like fighting. Alright, see ya. Maybe he cut his hand on the spider carapace. Sure. Damn, we still have full damage in this version. That sucks. Wee, see ya. Oh, you might make a second batch for Easter. Yeah. Sounds good. Hope it turns out okay. I can't go in any of these caves for some reason. That's fine. If I don't need to, then I'm not going to. Alright, we're gonna see how this works. Oh no! I died. Good moonwalking. Yeah, she was facing the leopard in combat mode. While traversing the level. Combat readiness, you see. Can you go in the cave? Don't tell me I need to beat the leopard first. Before I can do anything in this level. Poor spider. Yeah, you know what? I don't remember staying to the end of the credits to see if it said no animals were harmed. Because for all I know, some animals like a spider were harmed. Hello? It just doesn't want to take damage. Like, it's treating this like a combat encounter, right? Maybe I need to lure it into the quicksand. Wait. Ooh! I just realized I might have a double jump in this version too. And there's fruit up there. Is it in the background or something? Why can't I do anything about this leopard? Alright, well, keep coming, leopard. Okay, I'm dead. Maybe I need a salt bomb. It's not a slug, Captain. Damn, that does so much damage. Kick the leopard. I don't get it. There's a little, like, effect. As if I'm hitting the leopard, right? So maybe it is working. But I'm also getting hit, and that's doing way too much damage. If I could grab the fruit, the damage wouldn't be a problem, I guess. I'm just gonna escape. Let's experiment with the double jump. Jump. Double jump. Yeah, clearly a second jump. Backflip, front flip. Death. Oh wait, that's not death. It just does a bunch of damage. And then the leopard kills me. Can I fall? No, that's too much damage. Ideally, I take no damage. That would be nice. Yeah, Gibbard said that about the quicksand earlier. Also, the Bermuda Triangle was going to be a bigger threat to us than adults. Interesting take, yeah. Fight the leopard and win. So, Captain has looked up a game fact, which says, fight the leopard and win. If you're lucky, he'll walk into the quicksand. Well, I don't seem to be able to do any damage to it, so I guess we're going to count on that. But first, let's moonwalk our way over this bridge. Because maybe there's some secret treasure up here. I don't think the manual mentioned anything about a sweepstakes in this version. Crumbling bridge. Okay, so now I'm over on the other side of the quicksand. Will the leopard walk over? If I'm lucky... I don't know another way to fight it. Running jump, yeah. Okay, that works. Better lucky than good. Ugh! Okay, come this way. Come this way. What? No, don't go back. Yeah, grabbing the vine negates the fall damage, yeah. Come on. Okay. I was invincible in my jump or something. Oops. Okay, so the leopard's still there, so what we need to do is go this way. Come along, leopard, come along. Hey, buddy. Where'd you go? So what did you say the guide said? Fight the leopard and win. Great advice. Fight the leopard and win. So you need a... Oh, that works. That doesn't work. Let's try fighting the leopard and win. Let it go. For goodness sake. Actually, let's check the manual. Jungle. Dawn finds the weary waterlogged... Yeah, it already says that. Oh, it's the same wording as the manual, except it's a singular survivor instead of survivors. Nobody else is alive, just Morgan. Yep, fierce jungle creatures, for sure, for sure. Well, they're here for sure. But how do I fight them? Where is it? What? I went the whole length of this screen. Did it walk in the quickstand? Maybe I'm good. Maybe I can just leave now. Yeah, I didn't see it anywhere. Okay, we're gonna try it. So, according to the manual, you stand in front of a door and press up and 1 or 2. No! Oh! Okay, 2 didn't work and 1 did. So the manual lied to me. Partially. So I got lucky. Better lucky than good. Am I right? Leopard fell in the quicksand. That's all you need to do. So if you're ever being chased by a leopard in real life, just like climb over some quicksand. And then maybe it'll walk into it. The end. Quicksand doesn't exist, by the way. But then neither do leopards. They're an invention of adventure stories. They're not real. Only snow leopards are real. They're actually a threat. Captain knows to sit on his back and float on top of quicksand to lie on your back. Well, you don't, because quicksand's not real, so that doesn't work, because you can move during the spin attack. That's the key to making it effective. Ah! Thunder roll. I don't know. I don't think... Oh, okay. Maybe it's real in some parts of the world, but it's not ubiquitous. Ubiquitous? You know, Ubisoft is short for ubiquitous software, so you have to pronounce it the same way you do ubiquitous. Get blown up. Okay, maybe it is real, fine, but not as common as the movies say, I guess. I can't believe there was only one dialogue scene in this version. Oh well. We don't have the complicated, like, sword fighting, brawling split in this version. It's simplified. Oh. The pirouette. Wow, this guy's tough. 3 thunder rolls. He survived 3 thunder rolls. Incredible. This guy should be the captain. Ugh. We're gonna need some fruit at some point. Quicksand is real, but it's basically impossible to sink in. You only ever go like waist deep before physics stops you. It doesn't have a suction force like in films. But lying flat will prevent you from sinking even that far. Good to know. Thanks, Gibbon. Now we're all much more prepared for when we inevitably face quicksand in real life. I love knocking enemies off a cliff. Ow. The stance on this guy. Yeah, Gibbon, since you're the desert expert, tips if you are in quicksand and see a Molduga. What do you do then? Don't worry, I'll field this one. You throw a remote bomb, and then when it swallows the bomb, you detonate it, and it hurts it from the inside. And then you do that like 3 or 4 times or whatever. Oh. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Swing, 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 jump. Ugh! Okay, we made it. This is the guy who should be the captain, right? Spin to win. Uh-oh. No! He can't be the captain. His hat isn't nearly big enough. True, true. After all, the clothes maketh the man. And getting a big hat is prerequisite to being a captain. Wait, Morgan doesn't wear a hat. And yet she is an excellent captain. Except at the start of the film where she's just getting drunk instead of attending to her duties. But she's grieving! I didn't block captain, it was a trick of the light. You would never catch me cheating in a video game. Maybe if your hair is big enough, you don't need a hat. Oh my god, the bats are back. I'm in hell. Oh my god, no, please. You can kill a bat in this version. Confirmed best version. Okay, we're gonna double jump. Nope, single jump. To this chain. Outrun the bats, that's just how fast I climb. Jump over. Did I take a hit in midair from the bat? I did. That sucks. I can't attack on the chain. And the bat is off the chain, literally. Oh boy. Gonna need some fruit pretty soon. Get me out of here. Whoopsie. Yeah, I didn't think the bat would respawn. How cruel. Yeah, take that. No! Okay. Well, at least I have an actual way of dealing with them now. Big improvement. Okay, the running jump is the key, I guess. Ugh! Okay. The running jump is the key. I cleared over the bat. Get out of here. Yes. The bat flew through the floor, just like bats do. Good mark. Good coverage. Fly kick the bat. Okay, well my techniques are no longer working. There we go. Can we just lay off the bats for a second? Also, why they're yellow? I like that they stand up in the background, but still. Yeah, bats definitely the mortal enemy of pirates. Not ninjas, bats. Okay, this is working. Oh, this definitely is a running jump situation. Excuse me? Thank you. Oh, I caught the second chain. Awesome stuff. Just checking if maybe there's some fruit at the top, but no such luck. Yeah, my high score is going to be intact. I'll submit it to the leaderboards as soon as I'm done. Come on. I'm just trying to get the double tap run to work. There we go. Ooh. Was that supposed to happen? Okay, I guess so. My health got refilled. Let's go. Can I end a sentence without a rising inflection, please? Okay. No. Ow. Run! Run! Why? Why are they so troublesome in every version of this game? Yeah, I guess I ate some fruit off screen while I was falling. And that's why the bats are mad, is because they're fruit bats. You're so right. Was it 1 or 2 that worked? This feels like the entrance, right? Okay, well. Maybe it's not the entrance. Let's keep descending. Never mind. Do I need to kill all the bats first? Maybe there's something off here? No? Oh, I need to kill the equivalent number of bats to how many skulls there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The number of the pirate. How many bats have I killed? Not 17. Get me out of here. Did that GameFAQ have anything to say about this? I'll check the manual. I have access to that. Governor Ainsley has promised Dog a full pardon if Dog can deliver Morgan and half the treasure to him. This uneasy bargain, blah, 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 blah. Treasure cavern. The chambers of the cavern are full of dangers like bats, watched over by the bones of those who never lived to tell of the treasure they now silently guard. If you can find a torch to light your way, you may have a dead man's chance of finding the bounty that you seek. And there's further adventures? What does that mean? Oh boy. So I need a torch to go through this door, maybe. Which means I need to die and restart, or climb some chains, I guess. Yeah, okay, this looks promising. Whoopsie. The fly kick. Activate switches? Oh boy. How many switches are there? What? Oh, come on. Okay. That was an upper platform? Well. Okay, these bats, like, really suck, dude. Like, come on. Like, you know, whatever. My goodness me. Do you think a torch would repel the bats? A lever. And a medicine. Gimme, 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 gimme. No. Now, what are the odds that it's just one switch? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Come on. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay. The green. The green. The green. I did it. I'm a genius. Get me out of here. Let me leave, for God's sake. There's more. There's more. They put the switch right there. Okay. Stop! Moving platforms? Where are we? Okay. These aren't lit up at all. What does that mean? We can't stop here. This is Donkey Kong Country. Oh, that's the end. What was that switch for? Whatever. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no, it's dog. Ha ha, he says. Okay. Oh, is this the further adventures I was promised? It's like there's a final level, but it's not going to spoil it in the manual. Maybe that was the idea with that. Okay, I'm just you can live, dude. Bye. Maybe the switch activates the moving platforms. Yeah, maybe so. Oh, this guy gets through my block. I mean, why would I block? I don't cheat. I know better than to block. It's pointless and it's cheating. No! How dare you hit me from off screen? That's even worse than blocking. Ugh. Sod off. As Gina Davis would say in her American accent. That's the other thing about certain characters of the film. Although, there's the argument that, like, the American accent is closer to what the British accent was like back when America was colonized. It's, like, stayed more similar to how it was, and the British accent has changed over time. I've heard that posited as a theory. I'm not sure if it's true. But it's certainly true that Gina Davis does not attempt to do any kind of accent. It feels like Matthew Modine is sort of trying sometimes. Depending on the scene. But yeah, it's funny. Okay. Another medicine when we don't need it. They put two really close together. Ooh! The uppercut. Brutal. Excuse me? Yes. Go away. You can be dead now, please. No. Okay, maybe I did need that medicine after all. Okay. Let's go grab it. Sick. Okay. That was the further adventures stage. Captain has heard this about vocabulary, but not about accents. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not true. Oh, the redcoats. Oh wait, this is, I guess, Governor Ainsley? Who, it feels like the film is leading up to a betrayal. You know, spoilers for the events of the film, but when Ainsley and Dog make an alliance, it seems obvious that Dog is going to betray the British, but he doesn't, and they all just get blown up by a cannon shot at some point. in one of the many giant fiery explosions of the film. So that's interesting. That is so cool. The rising uppercut. So it's only useful in the sea battle finale. So presumably we're on Dog's ship, or he's boarding our ship. Both things happen in the film. Alright, I need aggression to do my uppercut. Hold on. Let's bash up some goons. Hired goons. It's so cool! Man, this version has such fun special moves. Oh. There goes my aggression. Don't like how much health I've lost so far already. Uh-oh. No! Gotta use my Mega Man X Shoryuken. Do you know that Mega Man X invented the Hadouken and the Shoryuken? Pretty interesting stuff. Capcom should have capitalized on that with some kind of fighting game. Too bad they never made a fighting game. What is this bit? What am I doing? Ugh! I haven't even played X2. But you better believe I used a Hadouken on Sigma. In X1. Okay. I can't move. The pistol worked the same way. It's sort of a one-use thing that you pick it up and yeah, locks you in place until you use it. A little strange. What? How could my Thunder Roll miss? It's flawless. My technique. No! Just gotta beat up a few more pirates. Oh boy, not this guy. No! For some reason my Thunder Roll is not coming out. There we go. His reach is superior. Okay. This guy looks like Captain Haddock. They all do, in a way. Okay, yes. Well, it's been fun, but I'm ready for this to be over. Okay. Fruits! Thank God. Oi! You know, maybe the 3-hit combo really is just the best way to deal with damage. Did that guy explode off screen or something? Yeah, I get it. There's a lot of pirates here. It'd be nice if I had some crewmates helping me out with the fight. Or a monkey? Okay, the monkey doesn't do any fighting. The monkey hides in a cabinet for sort of the third act of the film, basically. Okay. It would be nice to have a little monkey pal along for the ride. Maybe with a little hat on. And like a little shirt. Maybe you can throw barrels. You know. Basically what I'm saying is I'm ready to resume my Donkey Kong journeys next week. Which is the plan. Still got a couple of fan games to play. But also my birthday is coming up and I have a plan for that too. Gonna play a classic of my youth, which I discovered recently has a modern port. And in order to save you the suspense, it's Nanosaur by Pangea Software. It's about a time-traveling dinosaur from the future with a big gun. It's pretty sick, actually. Okay. Oops. The rising uppercut is just so cool. Alright, we're done. Do we fight dog or not? I've been waiting for this moment. Here we are, in his cabin. Here he is, confirming that that was indeed dog that we fought before in the tavern. Because it's the same here. He's blocking like a coward. Who would do that? Oh yeah! I think my birthday's on a Saturday, so I'll probably do the stream after that. That's my special birthday stream. Are we done? Short stage. Yeah, look at that score. I'm a legend. Yay! This treasure looks different from the treasure in the background. The end. Didn't even say the end. Produced by the Grey Team. Don't know what that means. But there's Software Creations. I don't specifically recognize any of these names, but I'm sure if we check the credits for the other Software Creations I played... Oh, Stay Pickford. And John Pickford. This was a Pickford Brothers production. I didn't know that. No wonder it's so awesome. So they also did Plock. And yeah, other stuff I'm sure. That's the one I remember. Extra special thanks, Rennie Holland. Thank you, Rennie Holland. You made all of this possible. Good on you, bud. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was also going to say another one that Software Creations did. They did a Terminator 2 tie-in game, which is funny because Coralco, the production company behind Cutthroat Island, was also involved in Terminator 2, so it's a connection between them. Anyway, I just remembered that. So, now we're gonna play the Game Boy version. Hopefully it's shorter. And then like this, and then we do this, and then we do... Oh, and I checked, this does not have Super Game Boy border support, so sorry. Okay, now the Cutthroat Island Game Boy manual. Let's check that out. It's smaller than the other manuals. Yeah, black and white. Yep, this all seems very similar. Sword. Even fewer weapons, I think. One-ups apparently exist. Low block. Block. Yep. Enter a cave door, select. That's good to know. We got to remember that one. Flying stab, up, diagonal, and A. Okay. Yep. Bonus moves. Hopefully this is more like the Game Gear version, you know what I mean? Wait, no quarry? They cut the quarry level? Spoilers. It's pretty similar stuff. Okay. Yes, go. Whoa! Sorry about that loudness. Okay, that looks like a better balance. Maybe a little lower. How's that volume? Let me know. So, some pretty nice dithering on that screen there. The same text prompt, I'm sure. No options at all. Okay, so here we go. Oh, we've got the text. Come on, work, you dogs. Up to your old tricks, eh, Warden? It scrolls faster, too. Well, if it ain't Morgan Adams, suppose you came for the map. You'll have to kill me first. Golly, how dramatic. Whoops, threw it the wrong way. Okay, this palette's a bit much. Let's see what else we have access to. Yeah, that'll do. So we're gonna have all the usual Game Boy Color colorization palettes, which I love to cycle through. Gumbate lets me do that. So let's see. Oh, so A is just a lunge, and B... Wait, what? Oh, that's right. I must have turbo set up. Okay. So it's the same as the Game Gear controls, basically. We got the kick button and the sword button. That meter up next to the health meter is the aggression bar, I'm sure. What was that move? Which one? What did it look like? Did I block? No, of course not. You're talking nonsense, Captain. Your eyes are playing tricks on you, I'm sure. I bet you block in fighting games, he says. Fighting games? What are those? I've never played one in my life. Oh, golly. Whoops. Oh boy, this emulator's got the turbo stuck on issue. That sucks. So yeah, the slow moving bullets. This seems like a Game Gear port. So I think that was the flying stab attack or whatever it was called. No, you're not taking me out. Yeah, so the look of the game suffers a little on Game Boy, obviously. No, the aggression meter's there. It's next to the health meter. It's unlabeled, but it fills up. So again, no one up, but nice floating animation on those items. My legs sure are flickering a lot. Flashbang on the stage clear screen. Okay. Yeah, we're skipping the quarry, going straight to Spitalfield. Okay. It wasn't in the film anyway, so that's fine. We've learned the lunging strike of the stab attack, whatever. See, that the aggression meter is in the middle of the top of the screen now. Should we try a different palette? Yeah, pocket style. This is a good one. Big Sword Man. He blocked my special dash attack. How dare you. So we don't get the little flashy effect when you hit somebody. Bit of a downgrade. Can't wait for the bats in this game. Yeah. The bats. Ooh, we do have a life counter on screen displayed at all times. Along with my weird, mushy, geometric face. It looks very strange. In the grayscale pattern, still strange. But that's Morgan Adams for you. Her face just looks like that, you know? Okay, combat's a little stodgy. What? Oh, I picked up the... yeah, okay. Very strange. I love the look of that forward jump. She just has a weird pose in midair. It's kind of funny. Pea soup palette? Yeah, we could try that in a bit. There is a pea soup palette. A lot of emulators have these palettes that try to replicate brick Game Boy, pocket Game Boy, that kind of thing. Yeah, pocket Game Boy, as we call it. As we call the Game Boy Pocket. Yeah. That's what all Nintendo fans call it. Yes, they get hit by the bottles. Take that, you jerk. Gotta save that medicine. I think the soundtrack's even the same here. Yeah, so the 4 versions are quite similar, but it feels like the console and handhelds are more closely paired in terms of their features, which makes sense, of course. But the Game Boy's even more cut down. It's missing at least one level. Captain's cousin had a Game Boy Light? Really? An import, or maybe went to Japan. Interesting. Because yeah, like you say, that was a Japanese exclusive. It was basically a Game Boy Pocket with a backlight retrofitted into it. Or was it a backlight or a front light? I don't know. Either way, the lighting technology of the time wasn't very advanced. Like even the SP, that's... okay, there's a late SP model that has a backlight proper, but the normal standard model is front lit, which isn't as good, but certainly better than the base GBA. Come on! Stop it! Wish I had the throws from the console version at this point. So if I had to guess what happens when you die in this version, you restart the level. Maybe we'll find that out later. I'm not going to just test it. Must have been an import there in Virginia. Would have understood more if it was in Hawaii. Yeah, exactly. We had heaps of Japanese stuff available to us in Hawaii. Yeah, that would have been interesting. The mix of cultures. Did you have any, like, manga available to you? I guess if it's not translated, you wouldn't have been able to read it as a kid. Oopsie. Did you grow up eating Pokeballs, Captain? It was available, but I was never into it. Yeah, that's fair. Gibbon says she had heaps of Japanese stuff available in small town Iowa for some reason. Interesting. Yeah, so maybe it's not so out of the ordinary for a Virginian to have a Game Boy Light. Gibbon first owned Pokemon Silver and Majora's Mask as imports. Fun. And yeah, I remember you telling this story recently about a computer in like a daycare center or something had Super Mario Brothers Special by Hudson installed on it, and that was your first Mario game. That's so funny and like interesting. How did that happen, you know? Captain ate a lot of poke, but not poke balls. Wait, what? Does poke mean something that I don't know what it is? Hold on. What is poke apart from a poke ball? I'm stumped. Lots of kids in school had Japanese versions of Gold and Silver before the English release. Interesting. Not around me. That's not a phenomenon that happened to me exactly. But it's interesting. Okay. A lot of these palettes don't distinguish much between things. This one does. The blue's a little strong, maybe? Oh, this is supposed to be for a Game Boy Light. Yeah, interesting. Did it have a blue tinge on its light, maybe? This is the pocket pattern. And the DMG pea soup that Captain was asking for. What a mess. It doesn't have the ghosting that the DMG was infamous for. This palette. Gun, gun, gun. Shoot. Bang. Yeah, you can't roll my gun. Poke in Hawaii is raw fish that's marinated in some kind of sauce. Okay, so that's where the name of the bowl comes from. Interesting. I've learnt something today, thank you. Virtual Boy. Oh, these are all custom palettes up here now. Okay, let's go back to the genuine ones. I prefer those. We'll stick with blue for a bit. Raw fish with soy sauce and other stuff. Oi. Yeah, I've never been into raw fish. I've tried it. It's not my thing. Now, I wonder if I'll be able to get the fruit up on the upper level. We're gonna need it. I died. Whoa, flashbang. Morgan's sprite when lying down is very long. You know, like when a cat stretches out lying on the floor? That's what it reminds me of. Oh, you even spoke Hawaiian Pidgin in Hawaii? That's awesome. Captain assumed that foreign loanwords were Hawaiian, but a lot were actually Japanese. Was there any Hawaiian in it? Native Hawaiian language? In the Pidgin? I didn't know it was that. Like, I knew there was some cultural imports from Japan, but I didn't know it was to the extent that there was a Pidgin language that incorporated it. That's really interesting. Maybe not so much in the big cities or something? I don't know. Okay, the blocking's getting old, dude. Looks like the leg sweep is a good counter for the block, though. It's not always. Can't wait to get some more of my special moves. At the moment, all I've got is the dash move. So there were a bunch of Hawaiian loanwords as well. Spoken with its own kind of cadence sentence structure. Cool. Okay, so we did this on Game Gear. Here we are. No fruit this time, it's medicine actually. But yeah, this is very much the Game Gear version, but cut back a little bit. Okay, well, apparently this guy loves to block as well. Hello? They're breakdance fighting. Come on. Don't get a health bar for him either. Or is that... I think the aggression meter has been replaced by a boss health bar in this instance. So close. Yes. Wait, no? Yes? No. Yes. Okay, we're done. Oh, don't forget the map. Which looks like, I don't know, a croissant. Fall through the trapdoor, and we're done. Okay. The Thunder Roll! My favorite. Wait, what? Carriage. Isn't this supposed to be earlier? Whatever. Oops. There was a huge immigration from Japan to Hawaii from the mid-1800s up through 1920 or so, due to a bout of famine in Japan during that time period. Ah, that's where it comes from. Yeah, I knew there was a lot of... Yeah, I guess I didn't know about the immigration influx. Apparently there was also... Oh, I guess it's the other way around. There was an immigration influx from Brazil to Japan at some point. I don't know if it was vice versa as well. Maybe it was. I should look into that more, so I know what I'm talking about. But there is a connection between Japan and Brazil. Oh, he didn't fall off. Good for you. Whoops. Okay, I'm fine. You can just see the horse's tail up front there. Oh, we should do a new palette. Inverted. The weirdest palette of all. Might as well. Let's say it's nighttime, sure. Jump. What a strange palette this is. Yep. Japan had been trading with them since 1802 or something. We did it. The map is so much moodier in this palette. Okay. Orange? It'll do. It's got that sunset look to it, I guess. Gotta try that thunder roll. Yeah, baby. The double roll. And then the stab. It's so cool. What we need is DPS though, rather than just knocking them down over and over again. Big sword guy. Ugh! This guy's the worst. Okay. What else? There's so many, like, side characters in the movie that we don't see anything of in this game. Like Maury Chaykin's character. He's, like a writer who's writing a novel based on pirates, and to research, he's, like, living with them. He's like a live-in reporter or something. Embedded, that's the word. And, like, for some reason everyone trusts him. And, like, Morgan's little pirate buddies. The monkey. They mentioned Scully in a cutscene at one point. He's like the disloyal pirate on her crew. You don't see Mordecai in the game. Mordecai fingers. And like Trotter and Ainsley get a lot of screen time. We had the boss fight with Ainsley, but he looked like every other redcoat. I'll note that Morgan is basically the only woman in the film, which is, you know, annoying. Except for the sex worker whose clothes she steals, or she buys the clothes off so that she can disguise herself to get closer to Mordecai. It's kind of unnecessary. Fruits. Who knows what fruits they are? They look very strange. I figured that the fruit wouldn't exist in this version since that other instance of fruit was replaced with the medicine in the tavern. But nope, there's still fruit. Oh boy. The enemies have got too much health. My energy is flagging. Alright, pick it up. Let's fight some pirates. Woo! Maybe I can tell you some more tales from production. Oh, Coralco Pictures, also involved with Stargate. So they did a bunch of like big sci-fi stuff. Stargate the movie, that is. Did that arrow appear to move me on by one, like, half of a screen? Ridiculous. Well, here's Dog. Fighting him as we did in the Game Gear version, of course. Now, since I don't have an aggression meter, I don't know if I can do the thunder roll. I can, but it didn't work, because he jumped over it. Thunder roll. It's the best move. Oh! He blocked my thunder roll. I don't like this fighting an off-screen guy. I want to see what he's doing. Production. Early version of the script, blah 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 blah. Pitched to Michael Eisner as in a Pirates of the Caribbean film. Can you sort off, buddy? No! Yada yada yada. They cancelled the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie in production, which was called Crusade. The initial budget was 60 million. It ended up being like twice that. No wonder they went out of business before the film even released. Are we done? One more. The map from off-screen, from downtown. After Michael Douglas quit. Oh, what have we got? The 360 slice. AKA spin to win. Bomb? Oops, wrong way. Okay, this doesn't work with this palette. The Pastel Mix Trans Pride, everybody. One of my favorite palettes of all time, for sure. Yeah, so after Douglas quit, Holland, the director, was so preoccupied with trying to find a male lead that set construction and script work were done without his input, and then he didn't like what he saw when shooting was set to begin, leading to expensive rebuilding and rewriting. So, yeah, great job all around, everybody. Oh, that's not a good story. So the uncle character that we haven't seen, who was in that last tavern area, was cast as some guy who was fired after getting in a bar fight and attempting to expose himself to Davis while intoxicated. So yeah, sounds like a real nice guy, a real piece of work. Yeah, I've said all this stuff already. Shooting was delayed for various reasons, causing the budget to spiral out of control. When Harlan fired chief camera operator Nicola Pecorini following a dispute, more than 24 crew members quit. Okay, stop jumping. I didn't want you to jump. In addition, broken pipes caused raw sewage to pour into the water tank where the actors were supposed to swim. Harlan spent $1 million of his own money to rewrite the script, as Carolco Pictures was so much in debt they could not afford to pay further. The first week of production, the film's original cinematographer, Oliver Wood, fell off a crane into one of the water tanks, breaking his leg. Hopefully the tank was not full of raw sewage at the time. He had to be replaced by a different cinematographer. Harlan required actors to do their own stunts wherever possible, which it seems pretty toxic to me. And yeah, as I said, during a stunt where she was jumping out of a window and onto the carriage, she fell out too soon, rolled down the roof and under the carriage. Gina Davis. Okay. Bomb. Get bombed, idiot. Yeah. Oh, you survived the bomb. Where was that anecdote about the juice? I didn't see it there. Oops. It does feel like enemies have more health in this version. No! Just, yeah, sounds like a real horror show, you know? a disaster. But for all the pain and misery in the production, the film turned out surprisingly okay, you know? Oops, oops, oops. Sorry. Oh, I'm dead. Really? This guy is the toughest pirate of all time. Is this the guy who was supposed to be captain? Okay. Fruits! And a pistol was not enough to stop this guy. Yeah, the Game Boy version is kind of dragging, and it doesn't look anywhere near as good as the Game Gear version, obviously. Nope. Okay. So abrupt. And here we are in the Cutthroat Island jungle. It's the leopard again! No! Okay, so as before... Oh. Right. Okay. Let's get a jungly palette going on. Back to dark green, I guess. Yep, that'll do. Come along, leopard. Huh. So I entered this cave by pressing select. This cave was there in the Game Gear version. Was there a way to enter it on that version that I missed? It's possible. Well, inside was just some fruits. In here is nothing. But it is spawning the leopard closer each time. Just what I wanted. Yeah, it's leopard time.
Leopard time.
Yeah, the leopard is real dangerous.
Leopard time.
So, on the Game Gear version, I was not able to fight the leopard. It just wouldn't let me hit it for some reason. So I had to walk over the quicksand pit and hope it walked into the pit and died on its own. Otherwise, I was not able to enter this door. It worked. First try. I didn't even try to fight the leopard that time. Hold on. Let's just... Okay, well... Yeah, see, it's not letting me. I think luring it into the quicksand pit is the way that you beat that level, I think. Maybe. Okay. Leopard time is over. No more leopards. That musical's not about pirates.
No.
Sing something from Pirates of Penzance.
I don't remember them.
Ugh, this palette's really ugly. Let's go yellow, I guess. Fights take way too long in the Game Boy version. And I haven't learned the uppercut yet. But I have the tiger roll. No, what is it? Thunder roll? The thunder roll. Thunder roll! Thunder roll! Controversial opinion. Captain thinks the rope looks better in this game. Interesting. Are these moves referenced in the movie by name? I wish. No. I don't think they even do any of these moves in the movie. They definitely don't do a thunder roll. Or the spin. They definitely don't do the flying uppercut. It's a lot of standard sword fighting, I would say. Nothing like really mind-blowing. No, nobody yells out, "Watch out for my thunder roll." Thunder roll! See, if you'd been one of the 45 credited scriptwriters, Captain, I'm sure it would have been much better. I don't think it was that many, but I did notice the one credit tile in the opening sequence. It was like, script by X and Y and Z and A. A lot of ampersands flying around. Which is always a good sign on movie scripts. I gotta try and find that juice story. Nominated for a Razzie, but lost to Paul Verhoeven for Showgirls, which people didn't realize was a satire. I'm literally mashing buttons while I'm scrolling through the Wikipedia article. MGM was the distributor, was in the process of being sold and could not devote itself into financing a marketing campaign for the film. So I guess the film did not have a marketing campaign, which sounds ridiculous, but there you have it. Oh yeah, here it is. In another interview, Matthew Modine said that other factors contributing to the production costs running out of control included Harlan's cost-prohibitive habit of always having 3 cameras rolling at the same time, and Harlan and Davis spending large sums to have cases of V8 vegetable juice shipped out to the set in Malta for themselves. Towards the end of shooting, an entire room was found to be full of unopened juice, and everyone present was obliged to drink it. Hilarious. So I think I recounted most of the stories here from memory before, but good to have them quoted like that. Oh my gosh, so funny. People loved V8 juice. Yeah, apparently Rennie Harlan and Gina Davis loved it so much that they bought more than they could ever drink. Captain's dad had a phase where we always had it in the fridge. I hated it as a kid. What did it taste like? Is it like carrot juice? I don't know what it is, really. If it's anything like tomato juice, blech. I'll just throw up now. What a horrible invention. Yeah, primarily tomato juice. Sounds horrible. But I have a thing with tomatoes anyway. Kind of an intolerance. Oh, the 8 in V8 stands for 8 vegetables. That would make sense. Beetroot, carrot. What else normally gets juiced? Celery? Is that a thing? Vegetables that get juiced. Potato. Yeah, it's not going to be that. Gibbon loves V8 and tomato juice. Wow. I think I am probably the weird one in this scenario. But yeah, I can't imagine living like that. Where you like tomato juice. What a lifestyle. Oh boy. Spin! Spin is not great. A lot of sprite flicker going on right now. I think it's because the rope is on screen. Apparently, Morgan's legs and hanging vines occupy the same plane of existence. And never the twain shall meet. Oh, that was the end, I guess. Yeah, a bit less platforming and sort of exploration in this version. Yes. And Wikipedia describes this very video game as it loosely follows the events of the film. Hey, the pastel actually works quite well in the cave, actually. Oh no, the flickering on the dithered background is real bad. Let's go pea soup and see what happens. Yeah, baby. Oops. Yeah, it's bat time, sadly. Oh wait, I forgot the double jump. Yeah, that worked. Oops. No, grab it! Grab it for goodness sake. Grab it! The ropes look like bamboo now. Well, these were chains in the other version. They don't look like chains, that's for sure. Okay, we need to grab it during the upswing of our jump. Because if you go further, you've waited too long, and you don't have a chance to grab the chain. Okay, we're good. The evil bats are back. It's dead! I did it. God, this pal's ugly. But I think we have to do it because of the flickering on the dithered shading on the background. It's too much otherwise. Oh! Tragic. So yeah, Switch. I wonder if I missed that on the Game Gear version, but surely not. I just barely saw the top pixel of this platform from off screen. There. Curse you, momentum. Yes. Okay, now I don't see anything. Ah! We were introduced to moving platforms earlier in this one. Can I just walk onto it? No such luck. We must take the flying leap. There we go. Yeah, there is less bat spam in this version, so I guess it's the superior game. What? What was that jump? Is that a mid-air jump? You fall and then... Actually did it! Okay, so this platform you can walk onto. Ridiculous. I'm gonna press select to enter the cave. Very good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was a running jump. Yeah, they didn't have the budget for skull graphics on this one. And the bats just kind of fly off screen and despawn. That's preferable. Ooh. I think having a bat there causes some slowdown. It affects how quickly my animations happen. Run, for goodness sake. Okay, this is a moving platform situation. Sometimes you jump for a chain that's just off screen, sometimes you wait for a platform. Okay. Yeah, I can walk onto this one. Sounds like a bunch of excuses. Yeah, well, you find your brother's Game Gear and... What? What? Oh, I thought that was the game over screen. But that's just the cutscene because Morgan got chased out of the treasure cave and Dog got the treasure, which happens in the movie, I guess. Very strange. I don't know if that was supposed to be there. Okay. Well, we're back here now, so let's do a different palette. Oh, it's too much. Dark blue. That'll do. Actually, I want the red and green one. The real ugly one. See, this one isn't bad. I like this one a lot. For most games. But what I want right now is this. The combination of red and green. The pinky magenta and the like baby poo lime green. Delicious. It's everything my eyes ever wanted. Why though? Okay, fine. Here we go. This is legit my favorite palette, apart from the pastel one, obviously. The pastel is not always appropriate to the graphics. Anyway, we're back on the cliffs again. Further Adventures, I believe it was called. In the Game Gear manual, at least. Just check the Game Boy manual. Level list. Treasure Cavern, and then there are further adventures ahead. Discover them if you can. Same description. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-doop-dap-doo. Diddy-biddy-biddy-biddy-biddy-biddy. I wonder if we can prolong the pirate adventures by playing a Pirates of the Caribbean game. I don't suppose that MMO is still around, given. Who knows, maybe fans have kept it online. They do that sometimes. I wonder if there's like a hidden gem Pirates of the Caribbean game on the PSP or something, you know? Because I assume the console games were nothing special. Not that I really know for sure. What you really want is one that has an art style and doesn't just go for photorealism, movie accuracy. My go-to example for that is the DS version of X-Men Origins Wolverine. Which is unlike the other movie tie-ins. It has stylization. No! I haven't got the uppercut yet. I think I get it after this level on the Game Gear version. Thunder Roll! The MMO is not still around? Yeah. I thought not. The console game for the first film was actually really fun, and they used Jack as an unreliable narrator to excuse characters being where they shouldn't, or fight scenes that weren't in the film. That's fun. Yeah, actually now that you mention it, I've heard this before. Will and Elizabeth chime in the narration to tell Jack, that's not how it happened, we weren't even there. Jack telling them to shush because he's telling the story. That's so fun. Yeah, that's good. Doesn't Prince of Persia Sands of Time do some unreliable narrator stuff like that? But I think it's works better even in this context, because it's like, you've seen the film, you know how things are supposed to go, but it's playing out differently in the game because it's more cool that way, or whatever. It's really cool. There's a bit in the second Matrix video game. The first one was Enter the Matrix, but then you get Path of Neo, where instead of the belly brawl at the very end of the film, I haven't played it, but this is what I've heard. It literally cuts to the Wachowski sisters in a room directly addressing the player, saying, we thought it would be more fun to play a different version of this fight instead of the fight against all the Smiths. So then the Smiths combine into a giant Smith and you fight that instead in the game. Which is a similar kind of thing. Except even more fourth wall breaking, with the creators directly addressing the audience. I really should play that game at some point. I'm a big Matrix fan. Although I never played its MMO while it was active. I never really was an MMO person. The only MMO I arguably played was Kingdom of Loathing, which is a text-based browser MMO nominally. But you don't really have to engage with multiplayer stuff in that game if you don't want to. Oh, we did it. A mud. Is it a mud? Not really. It's like an adventure game that you move between areas with web links. I don't know. It's not as crunchy as what I can think of when I think of a mud, you know? It was more, I guess, casual than that. Yeah, I think I did know this about Captain's wife. Oh, she still plays Kingdom of Loathing. Wow. Yeah, I did eventually get an auto adventure thing. Tool. If that's what you mean by she sets up her turns. You can get things to do it for you by hooking into the back end or whatever. But yeah, she still plays it to this day. That's awesome. Good for her. Did she enjoy West of Loathing and what's the other one? There was a follow-up to that. Yeah, the auto tool, she uses that. Nice, nice. We got the uppercut. Oh, it's a quarter circle, or Half circle up. Okay. I'm gonna bomb you, my friend. Yeah, the uppercuts. Yeah, instead of just pressing up, down, you have to add in a directional input during the up to down motion for this one. Shadows of Loathing? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Did she play those? The Western setting wasn't appealing to me, and then I started hearing things about some people involved that I wasn't keen on. I'm not sure where that all ended up, but yeah, there was some issues. She played and enjoyed West of Loathing, but hasn't yet played Shadows over Loathing. Oh, she's... she's, available to answer Captain's questions. Well, tell her that I think she's really cool for still playing Kingdom of Loathing. That's awesome. Ugh! It's the pirate slog. Fight a bunch of pirates in a row. Oh! Hopefully I do get the fruit refill at some point during this level. How many uppercuts? 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. Man, low powered attack, am I right? 6. And he's still coming. 7. Uh-oh. Oh, that wasn't an uppercut. Ugh! No. Okay, it would have been 8 or 9 uppercuts to kill that guy. The uppercut's tricky because it ends with an up input, so sometimes you jump instead of doing it. Oh, you again. I've had enough. I have endured more than enough. To quote Midra from Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree. And then he pulls a spike and his head comes off. He pulls a spike out of his body that is through his entire body. Yeah, fun game. That is the most gross cutscene in the entire Souls series, I think. They kind of cut away for the most gross part, I guess. Just like they cut away when Godfrey does something to Serosh and like crushes its skull or something. When I first saw that, I was like, huh, Did they censor that for the Australian release? But then I looked it up and they're all like that. Because sometimes games get additional censorship. If the ratings board is particularly persnickety about something. Ah. Bomb. Rude. Ugh. I was trying to do the uppercut and it wasn't coming out. Might as well not bother. Just mash, kill this guy. Big sword guy, my least favorite of the guys. I guess this version doesn't have really big guy who did not have a hammer on Game Gear. You know that guy? Not here at all. More cuts. They had to cut color. Very sad. But they added the select button to enter doors. Game Gear has a select button, right? Does it not? Oh no, it only has start, I think. Or is it both? I don't remember. I've never seen one in real life. Or maybe I saw one in a retro shop or something, but I've never held one. I've never experienced it with my senses. I've never run a game on it and entered a game into my brain. It only has a start, and it's in a weird spot. Okay. It's like on the back. Like the Vita touchpad. Whoa, what a jump. It's above A and B. Huh. Interesting. So here's Dog. We're gonna try and uppercut him. Because that's the coolest move. Yes! Now we're gonna Thunder Roll him. Okay. We're gonna dash him. It worked. We're gonna spin to win. Oh my god. I am bullying this guy. He's got no chance. Do you know how he dies in the film? They have a big sword fight that for some reason goes all over the ship. They climb the rigging. It's really stupid. They end up down below in the hold. And Dog basically has Morgan at his mercy, and he's holding his sword up to her, and he's like... And she grabs a little stick that's on fire. And he's like, are you gonna fight me with that little stick? And she goes, no, with this. And she pulls the tarp off a cannon that is right next to her and is able to fire for some reason. She puts the stick on the firing mechanism and it goes boom, and you see a cannonball come out of the cannon and hit Dog, and then the camera tracks as he is blasted backwards through several walls, and the camera movement follows him on his journey through these walls from a side-on perspective as the cannonball like pushes him through with its momentum. It's the most cartoonish thing that happens in the whole film, and it's ridiculous, and I love it. When really the cannonball would just go through his torso. But, you know. Yeah, no, he didn't die from a thunder roll in the film, unfortunately. He more or less leaves a Looney Tune hole in the wall. Yeah, pretty much. And there's our award, a chest of treasures. And a high score, by the way. That's the real reward for the gamers out there. And a nice little jingle too. So here's your flashbang credits. The grey team. That could be a record score, we don't know. Well, I would say it's not a valid score because of all the rampant rewinding and save stating I was doing. But, you know, I still got that score to some extent. Well, we saw the increasing degradation as we traverse the different versions of this game. The SNES one definitely is the highest production values in its looks and its sounds. The Mega Drive was a bit of a step down in that respect, and it was way harder for some reason. But Game Gear, we landed on being the ideal way to play this game. Pickford Brothers, by the way, because it had the one dialogue scene, and it was just more fun in general. Impressive for the platform. We've run out of music, but the credits are still going. Okay. Yeah, Game Gear was the sweet spot. Game Boy was too much of a step down from it, despite being based on the same version. Cuts too much. Pirates had too much health. Yeah. It's interesting to arrive on that conclusion. The Game Gear is the best version of this game, for sure. So, yeah. Cutthroat Distribution. Probably a company formed hastily when Coralco went under to manage the rights. I think the rights eventually ended up with... what was it? Studio Canal? But yeah, I guess not in time to make this game. Somebody had to do it. Game Gear gets a win. Yeah, for sure. Wonder if there's a Master System conversion of the Game Gear one. That would be even better, because the screen would be bigger. Although you lose a little something in the aesthetics from Game Gear to Master System. Worst way to play Sonic, great way to play Cutthroat Island. It balances out. You're saying that to the wrong person, because I actually love the 8-bit Sonics. I think they're quite good. I prefer them to the Mega Drive ones, so that's my hot take for the day. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching the stream. It was a lot of fun, actually. Although I kind of lost patience with the slogginess of this game at times. Didn't get through all the console versions. Sonic on the Game Gear didn't let you see what was coming. That was my issue. Okay, that's very fair, actually. I played most of the Sonic games on Master System. And even the ones that didn't have Master System versions, there's like fan conversions from Game Gear to Master System. So that's the way I played most of them, and much less of an issue on those on that one. Oh, okay, right. So next time we're returning to the Donkey Kong Mines. We got a fan game I've been excited to play for a long time. Kiddy Kong's Showtime. That's going to be the big thing in the next one, but there's a few other little fan games as well that I want to cover. So long stream today. Yeah, and I'm feeling it. So I better go have a rest. But yeah, some good Donkey Kong times coming next time. Look forward to it. And until then, oh, demo. We didn't see this. Oh, this is how you're really supposed to play. Lots of kicking, apparently. Okay, they're not doing too well. Use the sword! What are you doing? Okay. Yes, alright. What is that move? Yeah, I know, right? Dodging the knife. Is there a dodge button? No, I don't think so. Anyway, that's quite a good scene. All versions had their own take on this scene, and they all did a really good job. Okay, bye.